cups like these will get you through the morning. 25,000 euros. It's not sure we can buy it.
Okay.
It was shot 6 times.
Ja, dus ik dacht in plaats van dat ik iedereen om een kleine donatie ga vragen. Ja, ik weet het. Het is überhaupt al te belachelijk voor woorden dat we het moeten kopen.
Today is a good day, people, because in 45 minutes I will be having an online meeting with tribe leader Ixa.
And people really feel this cause, like, you know, we're buying rainforest and give it back to the indigenous. Once we sign the signature, then the land is ours. In this episode of Bixinawa Uncut, you will see how I raised 50,000 euros in less than 2 weeks.
Heeft hij in de magnetron gezeten?
Toen was die verbrand.
Hij stond niet helemaal in de fik, maar had wel een cups like these will get you through the morning. In April last year, I went back to the forest for the third time. And it was the first time in 4 years that I went back to my second family, the Huni Kuin. The people who took care of me a few years ago when I stayed there for a few weeks in the forest, writing my book, doing the dieta. And it was a great honor to be back and bring the book that has now been published for 2 years, bring the book back to the rightful owners of the forest. And the reason I went back to the forest was because of an ayahuasca session in November 2021, where the medicine actually told me to go back to the forest with a mission to obviously bring back the book, show the work that I've done, but also to gather inspiration and insights for a new book, which I'm working on right now. And in this time, I did 2 dietas, which I'm going to talk a lot more. It's like a shamanic ritual to get insights and about yourself and the world, and it was a perfect inspiration for my second book. We're going to talk about that later. Today we're going to talk about the fundraiser. So during my stay, I talked to my friend, shaman mentor, and tribe leader Txana Ixa. I talked about expanding their territory and, you know, to set up social projects for the indigenous communities, what would actually help them. And one of the main reasons that I set up my Tribe Leader Foundation is to buy land for the indigenous and give it back. And this was always an idea that I had, but, you know, it wasn't ready to execute yet. During my time in the forest, I spoke to another traveler who stayed over for one night, and he explained what he was working on. And it's this huge project looking into buying a piece of land of $850,000, which is huge. And the land is so huge that it involves investors, companies, and it was just too large. It was just too. It's a project that I definitely support, but it was too large for me to be working on or getting involved in. But it kind of made me feel like, how am I going to do something with my small foundation? You know, because a part of the profit of my book goes to the foundation. It's not that we have millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. So it made me kind of feel like, we're not there yet. Time passed in the forest and I had a lovely time. It was great to be back with the people of the Huni Kuin. Great to learn from the dietas, to take teachings with me, to you know, write on another book. I had so many insights. Good to be back in the forest, and most of all, it was good to see that the people were happy. I had all these plans of, you know, executing this and executing that, but the afterglow of the dietas really made me take a moment to sit still and just reflect on everything that happened in last year. Me selling my company, my nutrition company, It was a big emotional thing for me to let that go and just take a pause and let everything unfold instead of chasing everything. In the middle of feeling that ease, in June, I received a Facebook message. A lady who owns a restaurant in the Amazon together with her husband heard me talking in April while being there about me orientating on possibly buying land in the future. And she offered 70 hectares of untouched rainforest, situated next to the tribe that I visited for 3 times in a row now. I took some time to think about it, consulted friends in Brazil who've been working on indigenous projects for a long time, and I consulted tribe leader Ixa for his wishes. He obviously really liked it and said, yes, I would really like to make this thing happen. The biggest challenge we had to face was the money. We needed 25,000 euros. If you commit something to the indigenous people, you really have to be careful not to make false promises. A promise is a promise, and it's something very delicate in communication, working together. So if you say you're going to do something, you better do it. We negotiated a few weeks where the deal was exclusively for us. And as I needed time to set up the fundraiser. It's not sure we can buy it. Yeah.
I got information from Pedro saying the same thing. It's complicated to buy land in.
Yeah, so you need the paperwork from the seller of the land to continue. Okay.
He was shot 6 times because the people over there, it's not so happy when he bought this land.
Can you send us like on a WhatsApp how much it costs, how can we pay you, or we can discuss that?
So in a few days we set up a website, we implemented a quick fix to receive donations, and I consulted a few of my mentors. As for the money part, I consulted Femke Hogema, who is my dear friend and Dutch author in financial books. She wrote several financial bestsellers, brought the Profit First method to the Netherlands, which is a world-renowned method about saving money. So I pitched my idea of hosting this fundraising event. I wanted to sell 300 tickets for 75 euros or 100 euros to 300 people that were coming for the whole day, and I would speak and tell about the forest. And no, stop. I have to be there for the whole day. That's a lot of effort. I'd rather just give you 1,000 euros. And I suggest you just call 25 people of your business relationships that want to donate 1,000 euros. Because I'm the first one who's going to give it to you. I was like, whoa, that went fast. Hey brother, I hope you're doing well. And I'm sending this message with a request. If you can help me with a project that I'm working on. Ja, dus ik dacht in plaats van dat ik iedereen om een kleine donatie ga vragen. Ja, 25 mensen. En ik heb eigenlijk de hele brutale vraag of dat jij een van die 25 wil zijn. Ja man, dus mijn vraag is eigenlijk of dat jij een van die 25 mensen wilt zijn en 1.000 euro zou willen doneren. Ja, ik weet het. Het is überhaupt al te belachelijk voor woorden dat we het moeten kopen. Ah man, dat vind ik echt super tof. Ja, wat kan ik zeggen man? Onwijs bedankt dat je me wil helpen hiermee. So, surprise, surprise, donations were coming in and I hadn't even used my own following to reach this bigger audience. So just to move forward, I created stories on Instagram and posted it. And within 1 minute, I received the first donation. And then another, and then another, and then it really started raining donations. So some people were donating 500 euros, or 50 euros, or 50 cents, or 2 euros whatsoever, whatever they could miss. It was really heartwarming to see their generosity. But I wanted it to go mainstream, and for that I contacted my good friend and mentor Matthias Scholten. Now Matthias has been in the television and communications industry for a long time. He's been a managing director for RTL. He created programs, so he knows how to go viral, how to get things exploding in the media. So I was thinking about this professional looking movie where you see drone images of a burning Amazon, people cutting down the trees. And while I was pitching it, he said, stop, man. Stay away from the drone images. Stay away from the sadness, from the hurt. Nobody wants to see that. And there's just too many foundations and organizations that are using those images. People don't even feel it anymore because there's too much of it. So that was my initial idea, wiped off the table. So then we started talking and I explained him the story of me being there in the forest, feeling the need to help my friends, feeling the need to help the rainforest. And, you know, even if we buy the rainforest, I cannot put a gate around it. I cannot help it that other people are coming in and still chop trees, or a government that's going to oppose their will and take it away, and drug lords in the forest and all kinds of people that are not very happy with me buying a forest for the indigenous people. But I still feel that we need to do something, because if we don't buy it, somebody else is going to do it, and then we definitely don't know what is going to happen with the forest. That's where Matthias replied, like, this is the story. This is what you have to bring to the audience. It's just something that I feel, it's from your heart. It's something that you live and breathe in everything that you do. And I want to be part of it. So record this story, put it online, and see what it does. So in the late hours of June 15, I went to the studio and practiced a few rehearsals, failed miserably. Stumbled over my own lines and eventually got tired of it, so I just decided to speak from the heart and made a Dutch and English video in less than 20 minutes. And I posted it online on Instagram. Ik ga 105 voetbalvelden aan regenwoud kopen en ik ga dat teruggeven aan de oorspronkelijke bewoners. Daarvoor heb ik een heel erg bijzonder project, namelijk dat we een stuk land kunnen kopen waar ik voor de komende 2 maanden een exclusiviteit op heb gekregen op deze koop. En ik heb 2 maanden de tijd om €25.000 bij elkaar te verzamelen. And after that, I decided to write a message to my email list, explaining my story and asking them for help, whether they could miss like a small donation, but also if there were maybe 25 people willing to pay €1,000 in order to get this thing going and speed up the process. And what happened next just blew my mind, because that single email was good for €19,000 of donations. People were donating from, I don't know where they came from. Like, I'm not like a big influencer. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. And there's a lot of people who are watching you and they're not reaching out, they're not reacting, or they're not replying. And it really felt like at this particular moment, like all those people that were normally silent, they were reaching out, they were doing donations. And we were receiving donations of €250, €500, €1,000, even €5,000. And I even went to one donator and gave him a present because he was so generous with his money. So it's a Wednesday night, we're in the middle of our fundraiser, and last week I asked my email list if they wanted to support me buying the rainforest. And many people replied, but one person especially replied like, yes, I would like to donate €5,000, which is an amazing amount of money. It's amazing. And so that's, I had him on the phone and I was like, next week I'm going to visit you and I'm going to give you a present. And he doesn't know yet, but I'm on my way to him in a few moments, and then I will be giving him a traditional koka, which is the feather headdress of the Huni Kuin. I thought it was a proper reward for the generosity that he's displaying, and well, that's my reward to him. So.
Wil je naar buiten, mama?
Huis. For the big donations that we received, I'm very grateful for your exceptional big donation, and I thought it was worth to reward your generosity.
Wonderful.
And that's why I brought you a gift from the Amazon.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's a traditional koka feather headdress. And I thought it was worth it for your effort to save the Amazon.
Wow, I'm very surprised. I love that. Wonderful.
There you go.
Thanks, thank you very much. Really appreciate this.
I decided to put the same newsletter on my LinkedIn, and it went viral in a few hours. Total strangers, people that never even heard of me or even read my book or whatsoever, just felt connected to the cause and decided to donate. Sending me messages they would love to be part as one of the 25 donators that I was asking for. Meanwhile, donations were coming in, and via a so-called common goal link, which is a project of my online bank, where you create this common goal and where people can donate very easily. And then the donations get transferred to your bank account. But I was seeing that the incoming donations via the link were not transferred to my bank account. So it almost seems like 1 out of 3 donations came through, and I really panicked. Whoa, where's the money going? So I contacted their support, and after 6 requests and going back and forth explaining what was happening, I didn't get a 5-star report answer you would expect from your bank, but I got a message from their compliance team with a few questions, whether I was able to prove the existence of the land, where I was advertising for these donations, and yeah, if there was any proof of the land existing. Well, it's not like there's an online marketplace for buying rainforest in the Amazon. I took some time to explain it to them, make this whole report about what I was doing and who I was and why so many people were donating. Because I guess all the donations that were coming in every minute were probably giving some red flags in their fraud system. So meanwhile, I switched to another technical solution to receive the payments, hoping I could sort out the missing payment, which was about 10,000 euros, later on in the process. But I was scared to death they would actually refund it to the people who were donating, and I would never see the donations. So in the following days, I got interviewed by RTL News, and they published a big article on their website. Friends were calling me, Wiggert, they're talking about you on national radio and about the project. I never heard it myself, but supposedly several stations were talking about it. So I was really happy that we did it. We hit the mainstream media, and we hit it hard. So we reached the goal of 25,000 euros in just a few days, but it just went on like this snowball effect. And after 2 weeks, we had 40,000 euros on our bank account. In the meanwhile, my friend and tribe leader, Txana Ixa, was traveling through Brazil, giving ceremonies, doing spiritual work. And I was so happy to get on Zoom with him while he was in Rio de Janeiro and tell him the good news.
Today is a good day, people, because in 45 minutes I will be having an online meeting with tribe leader Isha, the tribe leader from the village that where we're doing the project for. And in 45 minutes I will tell him that we raised the money and that the land will be his. So I'm really excited to tell him because he doesn't know yet. So yeah, you know, it's cool. It's a cool surprise.
How's your house, Pajé? Para? Tudo bem?
Can you see them well?
Yeah, I can see them well. Yeah. Tudo bem. Tudo bem?
Tudo bem, Jay. Como está?
Como está? Tá bom.
Tá bom.
Yeah, so I'll just bring the good news. 1 week ago we started the fundraiser.
Começou semana atrás a arrecadação.
And I just had to make the decision whether we would go through buying the land or not. So I've done a lot of work with Chai Hilas, Chai Jackson, Chai Jonas, and
Se comprava a terra ou não, aí ele trabalhou comigo, com o Jai Jonas, com o Jai Jackson, pensando se compra ou não compra.
And normally these projects they take a lot of time, but I'm very happy to let you know that we have the money and that we're going to buy the land.
Tá bom.
So I was very happy that many people who read my book, I can contact them by emailing, you know, I send them newsletters and all that stuff. So many people know you, many people know the forest, many people know the community. So everybody reacted very positive about it, and they felt they could do something with a project that they kind of knew because of the book, right? So they knew the people and they know the place. So we raised some more money than we expected, and I think it's important to tell that this foundation that I have here in the Netherlands, it's really specifically for buying land for, you know, indigenous territory. So yeah, we have more money than we need for this land, but we should use it to buy a next land and a next land and a next land. And people really feel this cause, like, you know, we're buying rainforest and give it back to the indigenous.
Comprar mais. Eu quero comprar mais. He said she wants to buy more lands.
Tá bom, tá bom. Okay. Yeah, I'm really happy that we can have this conversation, and let's go to the next phase and finish the project. Once we sign the signature, then the land is ours. And you would almost forget that it happened, but finally, after 8 weeks of many support tickets explaining the situation more than 10 times, receiving no updates on the situation, never even having a reply from the compliance team, the bank finally started paying out missing payments. And of course, I had to recorrect them 3 times, but eventually we got another 10,000 euros of payments that were still floating somewhere in the bank system. And that makes a total of 50,000 euros in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Bixinawa Uncut, and thank you so much for everyone who donated during the fundraiser, who supported our cause and made this dream possible. And I hope to take you on a journey to see how everything unfolds, all the obstacles that we're facing in buying the land and saving the Amazon. So hope to see you in the next episode. Please like, subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next Bixinawa Uncut. Huis, huis.
Bixinawa ibubu, Bixinawa yoshibu, yoshibu bubutan, iskawa shum kaya wai kiki.